All right, let's dive into a really fascinating Bundesliga clash we've got coming up. It's the high-flying champions Bayern Munich traveling to face a Hoffenheim team that's just full of goals and surprises. So what happens when an absolute attacking powerhouse goes up against a team that loves a good old-fashioned shootout? Well, let's break it down. I mean, this is the classic football story, isn't it? You've got the unstoppable force in Bayern, a team that, let's be honest, expects to win every single time they step on the pitch. But then you've got this fearless challenger, Hoffenheim, playing at home with absolutely nothing to lose and, you better believe, everything to prove. Okay, so let's get the details locked in. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 20th. The venue is the PreZero Arena in Sinsheim. And trust me, this isn't just another game on the schedule. This is a huge early season test that could really set the tone for both of these clubs. To really get to the heart of this matchup, we've got to look at the numbers. The data behind these two teams, well, it tells a pretty compelling story before a ball is even kicked. And right off the bat, this first number paints a very clear picture. No surprise here, Bayern Munich is sitting pretty in first place, perfect start to the season. But hey, look at Hoffenheim. They're right up there in the European spots at 6th, just 3 points off the top. They're close, for sure. But that gap between 1st and 6th, sometimes it can feel like a mile wide. Now get a load of this number, 22. That is how many goals Bayern have banged in over their last 6 competitive games. We're talking an average of nearly 4 goals every single match. They aren't just winning games, they are systematically taking teams apart. That's the machine Hoffenheim is trying to stop. And on the flip side, here is the huge challenge for Hoffenheim. You see, while they've been scoring plenty themselves, they've also been leaking goals, conceding 2 or more in 8 of their last 11 matches. That is a really worrying trend, especially when an attack like Bayern's is rolling into town. If we look at recent league form, both teams are coming in hot. Bayern's got a perfect record, 3 for 3. Hoffenheim isn't far behind with 2 really impressive wins themselves. So what does this tell us? It means both of these clubs are walking onto that pitch with a ton of confidence and momentum. But look, team form only tells part of the story. You know, that games like this are so often decided by a moment of individual brilliance. So it's time to put the key players under the microscope. Even with all their dominance, you can bet the Bayern camp is not taking this lightly. Their manager, Vincent Kompany, he gets it. He knows that for a team like Hoffenheim, a home game against the champions is the biggest match on their calendar. He's expecting them to be absolutely fired up, thinking, this is our moment to cause a massive upset. And these are the men who could make it happen. For Bayern, Harry Kane is just on another level. 5 goals and 3 assists already. And their new signing, Luis Diaz, he's hit the ground running, scoring in every single league game so far. Incredible. On the Hoffenheim side, that creative spark is going to come from Andrej Kramaric, while the young striker Fisnik Asllani is flying high after bagging a double in their last match. Okay, injuries. This could play a huge part. For Hoffenheim, being without 2 key defenders in Machida and Gendre, that's a nightmare scenario against this Bayern attack. But the champions aren't getting off scot-free either. They're missing massive pieces in their defense with Alphonso Davies and Hiroki Ito out. This means we're probably going to see makeshift backlines on both sides, which, well, that could just lead to fireworks. So, after weighing all the stats, the form, the team news, what's the most likely outcome here? Let's get to the expert prediction. Yeah, based on all the data, the analysis points to one pretty clear outcome: a predicted 5-1 victory for Bayern Munich. All the signs are pointing towards a dominant performance from the visitors and what could be a very, very long afternoon for the home side. So why such a lopsided prediction? Well, it's really a perfect storm of all the factors we've just talked about. You've got Bayern's unstoppable attack meeting Hoffenheim's vulnerable defense. The visitors are on a perfect winning streak. And, oh yeah, let's not forget last season's meetings, where Bayern won by a combined score of 9-0. When you put it all together, the logic is pretty hard to argue with. Now, if you want to see for yourself if this prediction holds true, and you definitely should, you'll need to know where to tune in. So let's take a quick look at how you can watch the match wherever you are in the world. Here's a quick rundown for our global audience. In the USA, you can grab the game on ESPN+. For all of you watching in the UK, it's going to be on Sky Sports. Our friends up in Canada can tune in on DAZN. Down in Australia and New Zealand, you can find it on beIN Sports. And for most of South America, ESPN is your spot. So that leaves us with the ultimate question. The numbers, the experts, they all point one way. But we all know football is never that simple. Are we about to see another masterclass from the champions? Or will Hoffenheim rise to the occasion and give us a result that will echo across the entire Bundesliga? We're going to find out on Saturday.